Hey everybody, I made a new intro for this series. You want to see it? So starting with recommendations. First off, I'm gonna recommend The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. It is really good. It's on Netflix right now. It's in season 1's all English dub. They'll probably dub the rest of the seasons on Netflix when it's over, because it is almost over. A very, very fun series. It's great. The English dub is something really special. You can tell the cast is just having a blast with this whole show. The voice actor that voices Toma from Index is in this, and the character he voices is just so much fun. Trust me, it's worth the watch just to see what he does with one of the characters. It's great. The series is pretty straightforward. It's a comedy. I'd probably put it up there with Bubble Bo. It's not as crazy as Bubble Bo, but definitely one of the funniest series I've seen in a long time. Really entertaining. So if you want to break from all the serious stuff that's out there, this Disastrous Life of Psyche K is great. Go watch it. It's really good. Next anime I recommend is Samurai 7. This is pretty old anime, way back when. The anime itself is basing itself off of, the Samurai 7 movies from the Farmers, but this is more of a futuristic setup with robots and guns, kind of like towards the end of the Samurai era, but a lot more steampunky and futuristic, which really is a cool aesthetic to have. There are giant robots, there are cool fights, it ends, which you can't really say that about a lot of anime right now, because they seem to go on for freaking forever. But yes, the story does have an end and is very satisfying. The story itself is really good. There is CGI in it, but for the most part, it's done pretty well. It's used very sparingly on just the robots themselves, and robots barely kind of show up. The big Gundam ones, not the regular ones. But yeah, overall, this show's pretty good. I recommend it. The art does get kind of funky in the middle of one episode, but that changes back, so you don't have to worry about it sticking if you're afraid of it sticking later. So yeah. So last show I'm going to recommend is Planet Gargantua. It should pop up. My future self should find it and it'll pop up here. But it's called Gargantua Planet something. When it first starts out, it's kind of like your average robots versus hentai monsters in the beginning, but then it kind of has a cool twist where one of the people gets stranded on this planet that has no land, it's just water, and he kind of learns to, he lives in a completely different society as the regular humans on the planet do, so he kind of has to learn to adapt and, accept the fact that his whole utopia-ism thing is bad, and, it's good. And again, it has an ending, so that's something to give it a point towards. The ending for itself's pretty good. The action near the end's good. It has a lot of interesting characters in it. Not all of them are great. I would say maybe 2 of them are good, but that's it. The rest is kind of just So overall, not like the best thing, but it's definitely worth a watch. It's kind of like just a little movie. You can combine them all, make a movie out of it. That's what it feels like to me. So moving to unrecommendations. For unrecommendations, I got Burrito. Now, I said I wasn't going to talk about any of the mainstream stuff, but when it comes to unrecommendations, I feel like mainstream stuff is fully disclosure, fully freaking talk-aboutable. So yeah, Burrito. Burrito is probably the lamest thing. Like, I didn't really have any real problems with the Naruto or Naruto Shippuden. Freaking Kishimoto told the story he wanted to tell, despite the fact with the villain being like the stupidest thing. Final villain made the stupidest thing. You should have kept Madara. Moon alien lady. Oh, but still, Burrito. I get it. People like it. That's fine. I just find it to be a mindless milking. Let's have him have a son, and it's Boruto, because we gotta name our kids after our dads for some reason. And then you have like some other kids. Again, it's for, I guess, the kids. that want to watch, that get reintroduced to Naruto for Boruto. There are some teens and adults that like it. That's fine. I'm not saying you're a bad person for liking Burrito. It's just I find it to be a mindless, just nothing show. That's just pandering. Like nothing interesting is happening. I've seen some of the stuff. It's just boring. And since I've been sticking with Naruto for a long time now, I'm kind of tired of it. As we all know, some things must end. But sadly, I guess the new guy of who's in charge, because Kishimoto doesn't freaking write it anymore, doesn't know that and wants to keep milking it. So whatever. Next on my unrecommendations is Infinite IS. Now, I've seen a lot of harems. Infinite IS is infinitely the worst out of the harems I've seen. This show is kind of just your boring, average mecha with your retarded protag just being dumb. Like, he's even dumber than most that I've seen in a long while. Also because he has no personality, but other than that, yeah. We have all these different girls from different continents around. No, like, you got English, you got Japan, you got French, you got Russian, and almost all the accents are awful. Like, I can't sit there and listen to all these really bad accents. You have freaking... The English dub is just so bad. Like, not comically bad, but irritatingly bad. Like, you don't want to listen to it. Like, there's freaking 2 seasons of this. It's another generic robot thing that a lot of harems seem to do. I don't know what the aesthetic is with robots and harems. Well, they're not robots. They have, like, robot armor, which I guess is kind of cool, but not really. Overall, it's just an annoying mess that I don't recommend you should watch. Watch it if you want, if you're into that stuff, but hey. Next up on my unrecommendations is Akame ga Kill, which... The issues with this show outweigh the positives. The anime seem to just keep going, just rush through everything. Come on. We gotta go. I heard the manga did a bit better because it didn't really skip a lot, I guess. But again, I heard it didn't have the best track record. Some of the people still ended up dying. The author did his best to change it up, which is cool. It gives you an excuse to read the manga and watch the anime, I guess, but to see different endings. But overall, I feel like the anime was wasted potential. There are a lot of deaths in this. Some are justified, while others just kind of come out of the nowhere. Like, oh no, this person I got introduced and like 2 episodes ago died. Oh no. I don't care. So they introduce you to like this other group and they kind of get you attached to it. But again, it doesn't really matter since they don't spend enough time really with them to get you emotionally invested with the enemy side. I guess the only character emotionally invested in his ex-death, I guess, so that's kind of it. But it's like, it's just, the anime was just really just had promise. But they kept making a mistake after a mistake after a mistake, just killing... At the end of the day, just killed characters just because. Like, oh, all these other characters died, I might as well kill the rest of the cast. You know, we don't want to... You know, we might as well go out near the end. Overall, Akame ga Kill is just kind of a waste. You can watch it. There's a lot of great fight calligraphy in it. There are some characters I like. I do like Akame a lot. She's really cool. I like her. Other than that, a lot of characters are you know, in my eyes. Despite the fact it's called Akame ga Kill, it's a lot about this other guy, which is kind of odd, but whatever. But, you know, overall, the show's like in the middle for me. It's on recommendations because I'm very iffy about it. There's some good things, but again, the negatives outweigh the positives for me. And in the end, it came off kind of just an ending. You know, it's like So I hope you enjoyed this second installation of Recommendations as Unrecommendations. I'm gonna go kill myself now.